So today we're going to do a Vinyasa flow. If you'd like to have a block and you have one available to use, you can go ahead and have that handy. Well, you can also have a washcloth to place over your eyes for during Savasana, water, and of course your mat. So let's get everything together and we'll meet on the mat. See you soon. So now that we have everything that we need for our practice within easy reach, let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to begin in an easy seated position. Let's roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Have that length in your spine so that your lungs have the space to expand freely. And you can close your eyes or a soft gaze here, whichever feels best for you. And let's connect with our breath. Just that easy, effortless breath. Allowing your mind to quiet and bringing your focus inwardly. And let's slowly begin to deepen the breath. And as we inhale, let's send the breath into the belly, the ribs, and the chest simultaneously so we can get that full yogic breath. On our next inhale, as we inhale, inhaling deeply, filling the lungs completely with air, and just pause for a moment at the top of the breath. Exhale, inhale, and pause at the top of the breath. So think of the pause as being more of a suspension of the breath rather than a hard holding. And we'll do that for a few breaths. And now we're going to flip it around. So we're going to inhale, exhale, and pause at the bottom of the breath. And we'll do that for a few breaths. So now whenever you're ready, let's reconnect with our natural rhythm. And as we're reconnecting with our breath, let's find our Uddiyana Bandha, our belly lock. So the space between the navel and the top of the pubic bone. Press that straight back towards the spine. That'll help keep our abdominal muscles engaged and support our low back. Let's take a nice deep inhale and let's lengthen through the spine and roll the shoulders back and down. Let's take a couple of breaths here with our Uddiyana Bandha engaged. Let's lower the hands to the mat. Let's take a nice deep inhale, lengthen up through the spine, and as we exhale, twist to the right, allowing the arms to come down where it feels comfortable. Let's continue to breathe. Inhaling, sweeping the arms up, coming to center, lengthen the spine, exhaling, twisting to the left. Even breaths. Inhaling, sweeping the arms up, coming to, allowing the hands to come to heart center. Let's take a couple of breaths. Let's bring our right arm out. Straight out to the side, and let's trace the horizon and then cradle your right arm close to the chest, getting that deep stretch in the shoulder girdle. You can even bring the gaze over the right shoulder if that feels okay on your neck. Spine is long, even breaths. And then we're going to add a tricep stretch. So slide your hand to the elbow and bring your right hand to your right shoulder blade. Maybe pressing back a little bit with your hand to get that deeper stretch. Exhale, gently releasing. And let's bring the left arm out. Trace the horizon, cradle your left arm close to your chest, and maybe bringing your gaze over your left shoulder. And then we're going to slide our hand to our elbow, bringing the left hand to the left shoulder blade. And as we exhale, gently releasing out, let's sweep the arms up, palms together, and let's lower the hands down to heart center. Let's close our eyes for a moment and take time to scan through your body. Notice any areas that you might need to take care of today during your practice. And just be mindful of those areas as you flow through your poses. And let's release out. Let's go ahead and meet in all fours. So we want to get ready for our cat-cow. So let's stack our wrists and shoulders, knees and hips, spreading your fingers. Engage your Uddiyana Bandha. Have a neutral spine. Take a nice deep inhale, and as we exhale, come into cat. Tuck the tailbone, arch the back, tuck the chin, and then inhaling into cow. The tailbone comes up, belly drops, gaze comes up. So continue flowing between cat and cow, connecting your breath with your movement. Taking your time. Do 2 more breath cycles. And then we'll meet back in a neutral spine. On our next inhale, let's bring the right arm up towards the ceiling. And as we exhale, thread through, but not all the way. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhale, thread. We'll do 1 more time. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhale, this time thread all the way through, head and shoulder to the mat. Even breaths. On an inhale, press into your left hand, bring your right hand to the mat. On your next inhale, lift your left arm up. Exhale, thread through. Inhale, up. Exhale, thread. Inhale, up. Exhale, thread all the way through, head and shoulder to the mat. Even breaths. On an inhale, pressing into your left hand, into your right hand, bringing your left hand back to the mat. Let's have our spine neutral, engage your Uddiyana Bandha, and on your next inhale, let's lift the right knee up away from the mat. Keep your knee bent about 90 degrees, press your heel up towards the ceiling, engage your right glute. Can stay here, or we can add a quad stretch by bringing the left hand to the top of your right foot and pressing your foot into your hand. Continue to breathe. Supporting elbow is soft. Exhale, lower down. We're going to switch sides, restack. Inhaling the left foot up, pressing the heel up towards the ceiling, engaging your left glute. And then maybe adding the quad stretch on this side, pressing your foot into your hand. Exhale, gently lower down. Let's take a deep inhale. And as we exhale, let's come all the way back into child's pose. Maybe bringing the knees apart a little bit if that allows you to get a little more comfortably into the pose. Your forehead either directly on the mat, stacked hands, or stacked fists. Find a really comfortable position here. You can come back here anytime you need to during your practice if you just want to check in or take a break. Let's take 2 more deep breaths. And let's extend our arms out towards the front of the mat. Spread your fingers. Let's come up onto all fours. Bring your knees in to hip width. Curl your toes under and press up into downward facing dog. So your heels are pressing towards the mat, your hips towards the ceiling, your shoulder blades pressing towards your back pockets. Think about rotating your shoulders a little bit away from your ears. Have that long spine. A bend in your knees if you need to maintain that length in your spine. Let's take some deep breaths here. And if we like, we can pedal the feet out here. Press one heel down and then the other. Feel the length along the back of your leg. Get that nice stretch in the calf and the hamstrings. Let's go ahead and bring both heels to stillness. Let's take a nice deep inhale, and as we exhale, let's step forward with the left foot into lunge. Make sure the left knee and ankle are stacked. Let's go ahead and lower the right knee down to the mat. Let's keep our right hand on the mat. Maybe walk your right leg back a little bit to get that deeper stretch in your hip flexor. And we'll do some big circles with the arms. So inhaling, reaching up, exhale, lower. Flowing with your breath. And then we can go in the opposite direction, inhaling up, exhale down. And let's go ahead and bring the hands back to frame the foot. Lift your right knee up and step back into downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, come into a plank. Make sure your wrists and shoulders are stacked. Exhale back into downward facing dog. Inhale into plank. Exhale, press back. Let's do 2 more times. And then we'll all meet in our downward facing dog. Take a nice deep inhale, and as we exhale, step forward with the right foot, knee and ankle stacked. Lower the left knee down. Walk your left knee back a little bit. Get that deeper stretch. Left hand stays on the mat. Inhaling, the right arm sweeps up. Exhaling, circling back. And then we can go in the opposite direction. And then we'll meet back with our hands framing the foot. Let's lift the left knee up. This time we're going to step forward to the front of the mat into a forward fold. Adjust the feet to be hip width apart. Lower the chest closer to the thighs. Have a little bend in your knees if you need to, at least a micro bend. Let's bend deep in the knees. Press into the heels, lifting up, palms together, bring the gaze up to the hands. Exhale, lower down, tuck the chin. Let's go ahead and step to the long side of our mats. Let's have our feet a little wider than hip width apart. Turn your toes out so that when you come down, your knees are tracking the same direction that your toes are pointing. Let's meet in our 5-pointed star. Let's take a nice deep inhale, and as we exhale, come into our moonflowers. Inhale, press up. Exhale, lower. And just continue at your own pace. Again, we're connecting our breath with our movement. Your Uddiyana Bandha is engaged, sitting back in your heels. As you press up, squeeze your glutes on the way up. Imagine that you're pulling elastic bands down from the ceiling, and that'll keep your arms nice and strong. And then whenever you're ready, we can go into our sunflowers, reaching down, gathering our flowers, inhaling, stretching back up. Get that full range of motion with your arms, so sweep your arms out wide. And then whenever you're ready, we can alternate between the two. The moonflowers and the sunflowers. You can speed this up if you like, if you want to get your heart rate up a little bit. Let's do 2 more. Meet back in our 5-pointed star, and let's come up to the top of our mats. Let's get ready for our sun salutations. So we want to start with our feet about hip width apart. Let's find our mountain pose. So root your feet into your mat, stack your joints, ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, shoulders back and down, pelvis level, Uddiyana Bandha engaged, crown of your head reaching up towards the ceiling. Even breaths. Knees are soft. Inhaling, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward into a forward fold. On an inhale, let's come halfway up, flat back, hands on the shins. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping back with the right foot into a lunge. Meet with the left, downward facing dog. Inhaling into plank or kneeling plank. Exhale, lower. Inhaling into baby cobra, high cobra, or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Stepping forward with the right foot into lunge. Make sure your knee and ankle are stacked. Right arm up. Exhale, down. Left foot forward, forward fold. Inhaling, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, sit back in chair. Inhale, up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Stepping back with the left foot into lunge. Meet with the right, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank or kneeling plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, either of the cobras or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step forward with the left foot. Left arm up. Exhale, down. Right foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, up. Exhale, chair. Inhale, up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Back with the right, meet with the left, downward facing dog. Inhaling, plank or kneeling plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step forward with the right foot into lunge, right arm up. Exhale down, left foot forward, forward fold. Inhale up, exhale chair. Inhale up, exhale forward fold. Inhale halfway up, exhale fold. Back with the left, meet with the right, downward facing dog. Inhale plank or kneeling plank. Exhale lower. Inhale cobra or up dog. Exhale down dog. Left foot forward into lunge, left arm up. Exhale down, right foot forward, forward fold. Inhale up, exhale chair. Inhale up, exhale forward fold. Inhale halfway up, exhale fold. Back with the right, meet with the left, downward facing dog. Inhale plank or kneeling plank. Exhale lower. Inhale cobra or up dog. Exhale down dog. This time, right foot up, three-legged dog. Slide through to lunge. Right arm up. Exhale down. Left foot forward, forward fold. Inhale up. Exhale chair. Inhale up. Exhale forward fold. Inhale halfway up. Exhale fold. Back with the left. Meet with the right. Downward facing dog. Inhale plank or kneeling plank. Exhale lower. Inhale cobra or up dog. Exhale down dog. Left foot up, three-legged dog. Slide through. Left arm up. Exhale down. Right foot forward, forward fold. Inhale up. Exhale chair. Inhale up. Exhale forward fold. Inhale halfway up. Exhale fold. Back with the right. Meet with the left. Downward facing dog. Inhale plank or kneeling plank. Exhale lower. Inhale cobra or up dog. Exhale down dog. Right foot up, three-legged dog. Slide through. Right arm up. Exhale down. Left foot forward, forward fold. Inhale up. Exhale chair. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale forward fold. Inhale halfway up. Exhale fold. Back with the left. Meet with the right. Downward facing dog. Inhale plank or kneeling plank. Exhale lower. Inhale cobra or up dog. Exhale down dog. Left foot up, three-legged dog. Slide through. Left arm up. Exhale down. Right foot forward, forward fold. Inhale up. Exhale chair. Inhale up. Exhale Tadasana. Let's all meet up in our mountain pose. If you like, now you can take a water break. And let's find our mountain again. Let's roll the shoulders back and down, stack our joints from our ankles to our shoulders. Nice deep breaths. Let's do our yogic breathing. Breathing into the belly, the ribs, and the chest. Allowing the heart rate to come down, the breath to come back to its natural rhythm. Let's do two more nice deep breaths here. And let's release. So let's make sure we're up at the top of our mats. Our feet are hip width apart. Let's take a nice deep inhale and sweep the arms up. Reaching high towards the ceiling. Try to get as much space between your feet and your fingertips as you can. Press the feet into the mat, lifting your fingertips up towards the ceiling. Let's take a nice deep inhale, and as we exhale, swan diving forward, flat back into a forward fold. Step back with the right foot into a lunge. Make sure your left knee and ankle are stacked. Lower your right foot down to about a 45-degree angle. Inhaling, sweeping the arms up, finding our warrior one. Have your shoulders square to the mat. Uddiyana Bandha is engaged. Nice deep breaths. On an inhale, let's lengthen the fingertips up towards the ceiling as we straighten the left leg. Exhaling, let's hinge at the hips, coming into pyramid. You can have a little more bend in your knees if you need to, but have at least a micro bend. Even breaths. If you like here, you can bring your block in so you can have your right hand either directly on the mat or on your block, and inhale the left arm up. Continue to breathe. Exhaling, lowering down. Let's move the block to the side if you are using it. Lift your right heel up and walk your hands forward a little bit and bring your right knee in towards your chest. On an inhale, lift your right foot up towards the ceiling into a standing split. Exhaling it, bring it back down, bending your left knee also. Inhaling, straightening your left leg as you reach your right foot up. Exhale down. Inhale up, holding in the standing split. Let's take a deep inhale as we exhale. Lower the right foot down into a lunge. Step back, downward facing dog. Let's take a deep inhale, and as we exhale, step forward with the right foot. Adjust if you need to so your knee and ankle are stacked. Lower the left heel down. Inhaling, sweeping the arms up. Warrior one. Nice deep breaths. Elbows square to the mat, to the front of the mat. Strong arms. Take an inhale, lengthen the right leg, reach the fingertips high, exhaling, hinging at the hips, coming into pyramid. Relaxing the chest closer to the thigh, get that nice stretch in your hamstring. If you're using the block, go ahead and bring it in. Left hand either on the block or the mat, inhaling your right arm up. Continue to breathe. Exhale, lower down. Let's move the block to the side. Lift your left heel up and then walk your hands forward as you bring your left knee into your chest. Bend your right leg. Inhaling, straightening your right leg, sending your left foot up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, lift. Exhale in. Inhaling, lifting up into the standing split and holding. Let's take a deep inhale, and as we exhale, come into our runner's lunge. Step back, downward facing dog. Let's take a couple of breaths in our down dog. And then let's walk forward to the front of the mat into a forward fold. Let's do a little ragdoll here. So bring your opposite hand to your opposite elbow. Allow your upper body just to drape over your thighs. Have as much bend as you need in your knees. Maybe gently swaying from side to side. Let's release our hands to the mat. Let's bend deep at the knees, inhaling, reaching high, palms together. Exhale, lower the hands down to heart center. We're going to do a warrior three. So as we inhale, reaching the arms up, shift your weight to your right foot. As we exhale, we're going to hinge at the hips, bringing the left foot back. Arms can be reaching forward, out to the side, or airplane. Find whatever is going to help you maintain your balance. Even breaths. Let's gently come back. Let's root our feet into the mat. Let's inhale, sweeping our arms up. Lengthen the spine, shift our weight to our left foot. And as we exhale, come into our warrior three, arms of choice on this side. Let's gently come back. And let's meet with our hands at heart center. Let's make sure we're up at the top of our mats. Knees are soft. Let's inhale, reaching up. Exhale, swan dive forward into a forward fold. We're going to step back with either foot into downward facing dog. Once we're in our downward facing dog, let's take a nice deep inhale and bring our right foot up into a three-legged dog. Let's bend the right knee and open the hip to the right. Let's come back to center. Take a deep inhale, and as we exhale, bring the knee between the hands. Inhaling, reaching back up. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, up. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take a couple of breaths. On your next inhale, lift your left leg up into a three-legged dog. Bend the knee, open the hip to the left. Let's come back to center, square the hips. Take an inhale, and as we exhale, knee to center. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, up. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Couple more breaths. Let's take a deep inhale, and as we exhale, let's lower all the way down to our knees. Slide onto one hip, and let's swing the legs towards the front of the mat. Let's have our toes pointing straight up. Hands at our sides. Lift the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. Have very little pressure in your hands. Nice deep breaths. Let's inhale, sweep the arms up. And as we exhale, hinging at the hips, bringing the chest towards the knees. Maintaining that length in your spine. Let's walk our hands back. I'm going to turn so I'm facing you. Let's bring the right leg in so that your knee is pointing towards the front of your mat. Your foot is on the outside of your left hip. Bring your left foot just on the other side of your thigh. Bring your right hand on your arm on your thigh, left arm behind you. Take a nice deep inhale, lengthen through your spine, and as you exhale, gently twist to the left. Nice deep breaths. Exhale, gently release. We'll switch sides. Bring your left leg so your knees pointing to the front of your mat. Left foot to the outside of your right hip. Right foot on the outside of your thigh. Have your left elbow on your right thigh, right arm behind you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Continue to breathe. Long spine. As we exhale, let's gently release. We're going to come all the way to supine. So bring your feet to the mat. Your hands can be behind your thighs or your arms extended out. Let's take a nice deep inhale, and as we exhale, let's lower all the way down. Take your time. Once you're all the way down, make sure your hair is not in the way of your head making contact with the mat. Let's extend our legs out straight. Let's bring our arms overhead. Get that nice long stretch. Reaching the fingertips away, your toes away. Try to get as much space as you can. Nice deep breaths. Enjoy this stretch. Let's go ahead and bring our hands back down to our mat. Let's bring the feet up to the mat. Bring your right ankle across your left knee. Lift your shoulders up. Lace your fingers behind your left thigh and press your right elbow into your right thigh. And bring your legs as close to your chest as you can. And then as you exhale, gently lower your shoulders back to the mat. Relax everything but your arms. Continue to breathe. Let's release and we'll switch sides. So right foot on the mat, bring your left ankle across. Lace your fingers behind your right thigh, left elbow into left thigh. Draw your legs close to your chest. Hold, and then release back to the mat. Even breaths. Let's go ahead and release out. Let's bring our feet to the mat. Have your knees about hip width apart. Bring your hands to your sides. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and maybe walk your heels a little bit closer to your fingertips. And then adjust your feet so your knees are hip width apart. Inhaling, lifting the hips up. You might need to adjust your shoulder blades again once you're up. Squeeze your glutes. Lift your hips up as high as they'll go. We're going to continue this in a flow. So take a nice deep inhale, and as we exhale, lower your hips down to hover. Inhaling, pressing into your feet, lifting back up. Exhale, lower. Try to press up as high as you can. Flow with your breath. Let's do 3 more times. And once you've completed the last one, let's meet with our hips back on the mat. Let's bring our knees into the chest, hands behind the thighs. And if you like, you can gently rock from side to side if that feels okay on your spine. And then let's release out and let's find our Savasana. So you can have your legs extended out with your toes just pointing to the corners. Your arms at your sides a little bit away from your body with your palms facing up. If this feels uncomfortable for your back, bring your feet to the mat, bring your knees together, and then walk your feet to the edges of the mat and then relax. So your legs are supported and so is your lower back. Find whatever position is going to feel best for you. This is also the time if you would like to use a washcloth or a towel to place over your eyes. Take some nice long breaths. Let's bring that connection back to our breath. Notice where the back of the body is making contact with the mat, your heels, your calves, your glutes, your shoulder blades, the back of your hands, your arms, and the back of your head. Allow your body to sink deeper into the mat. Connecting to your breath, so you're really concentrating on your breath as it flows in from your throat to your navel, and then out from your navel to your throat. You can stay in Savasana as long as you like. And whenever you feel ready to come out, go ahead and bring some movement to your hands and your fingers, your feet and your toes. Maybe sliding the feet up onto the mat if they're not already there, and gently shifting your knees from side to side. Maybe walking your feet to the outer edges of the mat to give you a little more support in your lower back. You can even bring the knees to the chest and rock from side to side if that feels good. And then whenever you're ready, let's go ahead and roll onto one side. Just allowing the eyes to close and relaxing. Continuing that connection with your breath. Whenever you feel ready, let's gently bring ourselves back up to seated, and let's find our easy seated position again. Let's roll our shoulders up, back, and down, lengthen our spine, and close your eyes or a soft gaze. And let's have our palms up, maybe bringing our index finger and our thumb together. So allow for a moment of quiet or meditation. Let's sweep our arms up, allow the palms to meet, and lower the hands down to heart center. I thank you all for joining me today. I leave you in a place of peace and joy. Namaste. Thank you, everyone.